In our last video, we showed you what $40,000 could get you for a day of dining on a ship going to Antarctica. Right here, it says elegant, refined, and enticing. Sounds like my Tinder profile years ago. This time we're showing you how the cruise actually works. How do the expeditions work? So we've just started our walk, and right away we see about a 600-pound seal. This looks like me after going to an all-you-can-eat buffet. And we'll be trying every single restaurant on this ship, including a restaurant with unlimited steaks where they actually let you cook your own meat. Right now we're headed to our first restaurant of the day, but before we go there, let me explain how the itinerary for a cruise like this works.
First, we started in Minnesota, then flew to Miami, then flew to Santiago, Chile, and spent the night. The next day, we flew 4 hours to a small southern Chilean city called Puerto Williams. From here, we finally boarded the ship and the real journey could begin.
All right, guys, welcome to the first restaurant of this video. It's called The Restaurant. Let's go. Ah, lovely. A table here right by the ocean. So what's unique about this restaurant is this is the only restaurant on the entire ship out of 4 of them that doesn't require a reservation before coming. And so actually, I put off coming to this restaurant for a long time because I thought, man, if anybody can go here, is it worth going to? You know what I mean? Turns out it's amazing. So I'm gonna look at the menu right now and pick out a couple of things to show you what you get at the restaurant that doesn't require a reservation on this Antarctic cruise. All right, folks, our first course has arrived, and I've got 2 appetizers, and you can do that here because you can do whatever you want. You can eat until you have a heart attack, then they just kick you overboard and you become chum for the sharks. Right here we have escalope of foie gras. I think it's a fruity base. There's some bread on the side. It looks delicious. Give it a little bit of a cut, rip off some of this bread. Let's try it again. And there we go, the perfect bite. Cheers. The best part is you could get this every day and you don't have to pay more money. Now with the menu, there is a small section that changes every day and they have tastes from different parts of the world. Yesterday it was a taste of Thailand. Today it's a taste of Canada. Canadian cuisine. Right here we've got seared scallops and maple candied bacon. I mean, does it get any more Canadian than that? That is the maple bacon, some tomatoes. Let's try it out. Oh, Canada. We all know bacon is the best friend of scallops, but with the maple in there, it's even more sweet, even more delicious. This is a great start. I'm secretly gonna order this 3 more times in a row, then get my main course. All right, folks, our main course is right here. Another taste of Canada. Maple glazed fillet of salmon, lemon and nut butter sauce, mushy peas, potato wafers. Where's the potato wafers? They ran out of potato wafers. Lettuce, removal.
That's celery.
Oh yeah, celery. Ooh, is that salmon or tuna? What's happening right now? Filet of salmon. I think my salmon became a tuna, but we're gonna try it out regardless. Juicy, fresh, delicious. It doesn't really have a tuna taste at all. It tastes very meaty. Overall, it's very tasty. So this is the restaurant, but there's a lot more to see on this ship. Next, what we're gonna do is a full tour of the ship from bottom to top, every floor. Let's go. Right now we're on level 3, but level 3 is closed at the moment. This level is used for getting off of the ship and onto the Zodiac boats for when we do a landing on land. Now we have entered floor 4. Here they just have 2 restaurants. They have a restaurant called La Dame. We ate there in the last episode. This is the only restaurant where you actually have to pay money in order to eat there. But then you also have the restaurant. We've now come to the 5th floor where they have a few different shops, starting with the boutique. This is a fancy way to say store, I guess. Look, you could buy diamonds. How's the diamond shopping going today?
It's perfectly fine. I'm waiting for you.
Next on floor 5, we also have the photo studio. This is a great place for people who are interested in photography or getting better at photography. To do photography, I had too much espresso. Next, my favorite place to go on floor 5, Dolce Vita. This is a cocktail lounge. It's very classy. They have live music. They have tons of different cocktails and snacks. Excellent place. Highly recommended. Now we're coming up to floor number 6. This is the floor that our suite is on, but it also has some other cool things too. For example, they have reception. They have the expedition desk where you can sign up for things like kayaking. They have the future cruises desk where you can sign up for even more cruises. And then they have this back here. This is the show lounge. This is the place for lectures on things like rocks and penguins. And the best part is at the end of every day, we do a debrief where we talk about what happened that day and we talk about what's going to happen the next day. And welcome to floor number 7. This place is home to the only Italian restaurant on the ship, La Terrazzo. Let's go take a look. Terrazza, it's Terrazza. I don't want to redo the thing where I come out of the elevators. We cool? Guys, we cool? Same page? Not currently open. I see cooking happening. Hi, how you doing? So this is the final restaurant we'll be trying out in this video. Check out this view from the back. Holy guacamole, am I right? And then right here you can see the Zodiacs getting some rest before the next mission. Right out there you can see a giant iceberg, and all day you just see these things going by you. It's really unbelievable and quite breathtaking. We have only 2 floors remaining. We're coming up to floor 8, and there is a lot of action here, starting with this. This is the Panorama Lounge. It's a good place to get coffee, tea. There's a humidor where you can smoke cigars. Humidor, and it has some of the best views of any place on the boat. Just across the Panorama Lounge, we have this. This is the pool. It is heated, and there are 2 jacuzzis, one on either side. Really amazing. Then just beyond the pool, we have another restaurant. This place is called The Grill, and they specialize in meats that you grill at your table. But it's not Korean barbecue. This is something like Stone barbecue. You're gonna see how it works next after this tour. I'm redoing that. Alas, we are going to the final floor, the 9th floor. And this floor has one of my favorite and most essential things that I always need when I travel and know it's on alcohol, okay? Welcome to the gym. This place is highly important if you want to double the amount that you can eat and drink without gaining way too much weight. There's a walking track outside on this floor, but you can come here, you can walk on this treadmill, and then this is your view. More than once I've been on this treadmill looking out this window and I see whales coming up. In the other room, they also have some little weights, and that's nice too. So they also have a spa and a salon as well. Have you ever been on a ship and needed a haircut? This is the place. In addition to a haircut, you can also get the most expensive massage of your life, costing upwards of $300. So I've been self-massaging. Not like that. This is my second favorite part that is not food or alcohol related, the sauna. Come take a look. Okay, it's a bit dark. And they also have a steam room in here too. So that is almost everything. There is one room that remains. The observation lounge / library. This is a great place to quiet down, to reflect on your life, to ask yourself, hey, why did I pay that much for this cruise? Was it worth it? Do I need to look at my finances more closely to see if I can actually afford this? Thoughts like that. Let's be quiet. The most chilled out place of the entire boat. They've got a coffee maker, you can get some tea, relax, read, and take in the amazing views on the bow of the ship. Alas, this is the highest point on the front of the ship, and that is the end of this tour. Again, it's not like a Carnival Cruise Airlines boat line. Again, it's not a giant ship. It's not like Carnival where they pack 50,000 people onto a boat. And it's not like Carnival where if everybody flushed the toilet at the same time, it would create a tsunami. It's about 600 people on one boat, and that's because this is an expedition boat meant to go on specific missions to difficult to get to places.
The voyage aboard the ship will last about 2 weeks in total. The first 2 days are crossing the often rough and shaky Drake Passage. Then finally, we arrive in Antarctica where we spend 4 days. On day 1, we boarded a Zodiac and cruised around the icebergs in the morning. Then in the afternoon, we climbed a hill and walked among the chin-strap penguins.
I just touched down on my 7th continent.
Ooh. Wow, this is so awesome shot. You go against the sun.
These little guys hop over 300 feet up and down the mountainside whenever they want to go hunting for fish in the ocean.
These animals are incredible, and they don't care that we're here. They give us, I don't know, either a warning call or a welcoming, but they don't have weapons or teeth, so not much they can do now.
These penguins are short and a little bit fat, and I really wanted to pick one up like a football, but sadly, they won't let you do that, even if you try to pay them off.
So from here, we just take in the sights, take a look at the penguin, and no eating the penguins.
Someday.
One day.
On day 2, we went out in the Zodiacs again, and this time, as you can see, the weather is not so nice. You know who doesn't care about what's happening above water? The whales, of which we spotted a few. On day 3, we were back in the Zodiacs. To be honest, we went on land a lot less often than I was hoping. But on this day, fortune shined bright as we entered a cove absolutely brimming with what the guides call whale soup. At least 8 or 9 humpback whales roaming around and putting on quite a show. Being way out here in this completely inhospitable place, but seeing these massive creatures thriving, it was a moment that made me marvel at this beautiful blue dot that we call Earth. On day 4, our final day, we set out to see loads of Gen 2 penguins. But first, let me back up and explain how these excursions work. First, each night in the show lounge, there's a brief where they explain the plans for the upcoming day, including your call time.
Right now we're waiting for our Zodiac number to be called. Then we're gonna head down to level 3 to the mud room where we finish getting dressed. Zodiac Ship 1 is ready to embark. There it is. Let's go.
Zodiac Group 1, you can make your way to Deck 3 for preparation for disembarkation.
Let's go. Every time we go down into battle to not overheat, because we have 3 layers on, these huge pants that are waterproof jacket, waterproof gloves. I really look like I'm ready to go discover a new continent. Hello, good morning. Right now we're entering the mudroom, and this is where they keep all our boots, so we don't have to keep them in our room. So now we're in line to get to the Zodiac. Right here's my life vest. This is mandatory. All right, so we are on the 3rd floor. This is where we exit the ship onto our smaller boat, but first, we gotta scan out. Right down here you can see the Zodiac, and the views are insane already.
From here, we set off for land. Once on land, there are a lot of strict protocols that must be adhered to, like staying on certain paths and not getting closer than 15 feet to any of the wildlife.
All right, we are officially on shore. This is very exciting because you don't actually get to go on land every day, and when you do, it only lasts about maybe an hour, hour and a half at most, and even then, it's pretty regimented. So if you thought you were gonna come here and be an explorer, well, you're not. But there's still several cool things to see right here. Woof. Whale bones. There's a load of whale bones here on the beach, and what's sad is they don't let you take them and turn them into a coffee table at all. You actually can't even touch them legally, but they look magnificent. On the hill over here, I see there are a load of Gen 2 penguins, and we're gonna be saying hello to them soon, but first we have to get with our group. So we've just started our walk, and right away we see about a 600-pound seal. This thing is massive. This looks like me after going to an all-you-can-eat buffet. We've come up the hill. Right behind me you can see hundreds of these penguins. They're so short, compressed, and fat. I love it. Sadly, we cannot get that close to them. We're not in a zoo. This is where they actually live. It's a real natural habitat. So to get to come here and take a peek inside their living room, it's pretty dang cool. Also, they really smell like rotten fish and bird poop. See all that stuff around them? Poop. It's poop everywhere.
Right before departing, we were lucky enough to have one little fella saunter past us, pretending he was cool and collected.
Hey, look at this little guy.
Then at the last moment, running as fast as his little legs could take him.
So that is a typical excursion. It lasts about an hour, and it's pretty rigid, strict. I thought we would just kind of land and you could walk where you want, but they basically tell you exactly where you have to walk, exactly where you have to stop, and so on. For the most part, I get it. We want to preserve this space and make it nice for the future people who come here, and we don't want to disrupt the animals, although sometimes they're a little too intense with the rules. From here, we're headed back to the boat. Let's move.
Once back on the ship, people could participate in a polar plunge in waters colder than freezing. Then we headed away from Antarctica and towards South Georgia Island, a place brimming with wildlife. But before you see South Georgia, how about another meal? After all, there's nothing like eating outside on the deck as you make your way through Antarctica.
It is time to try another meal behind me, a restaurant simply known as The Grill. The main thing about this place is that it's meat and you cook it on a rock. Let's go check it out. Right here you can see their meat selection. We've got seafood, salmon, shrimp, pork, multiple different cuts of beef. It looks perfect, it looks beautiful, but first we gotta heat up a stone so we can cook that on top. Could you walk away and come back? Okay. Is that okay? Oh, look, the server. All right, he's bringing me his meat. Let me see your meat, sir.
And this is the veal chop and the prime ribeye.
Yeah, I think I should try the veal chop. That looks amazing.
No problem.
Thank you. Wow, that's a big meat that man has. On the plate. Boom, here it is. This is our hot stone that is soon gonna cook that veal chop. And then now the meat is coming. Yeah, please, take it away. Oh, wow. Slathered in oil and sauce. It looks and it smells incredible. And now we wait. But in the meantime, onion rings. That's a good one. All right, here we go. Oh my God, I couldn't have timed it more perfectly. Oh, listen to that beautiful sizzle as you turn it around. That is nice. At this point, there's a nice sear on each side, but there's still parts that are plenty raw, like right here. So I'm gonna cut it off the bone and continue to cook. We're gonna get this side going, cut it all into smaller chunks. This is where all my skills in Asian barbecue roasting are coming into play. Now, some of these I think are close enough to done. Time to throw back some of this veal. Cheers. Soft, tender, innocent, juvenile. They put an amazing marinade on the outside before it got here. It was full of oil and spices and herbs. Very nice. Right here we have a veal jus. Basically it looks like a combination of veal tears and barbecue. Let's try it out. Savory, smoky, juicy, meaty, deadly delicious. This experience should not be possible, but somehow it is, and it's amazing.
On the way to South Georgia Island, our ship took a brief stop at the world's largest iceberg. It's called, uninspiringly, A23A. This This thing is about 3 times the size of New York City, and our ballsy captain pointed the nose of the ship straight at it, and he got about 1 ship lengths away from it too. Pretty incredible. From here we continued on our way to South Georgia. Welcome to South Georgia, a place much warmer and completely different from Antarctica. In fact, any of the icebergs you might see here floated all the way from Antarctica and parked in these shallow waters. On day 1, we were relegated to staying in the Zodiacs once again, this time due to an outbreak of avian flu that local authorities were trying to reduce the spread of. Needless to say, this was sad news, but the views from the Zodiac were still spectacular. Here we were able to see macaroni penguins, the little guys with the bright yellow eyebrows. On the beach we saw thousands and thousands of king penguins, some of them still molting. The Zodiac was able to get fairly close and plenty of the penguins were popping in and out of water too. I highly recommend if you go to Antarctica to try to add this to your journey as well. On day 2 in South Georgia, we were finally able to go on land.
We're at a place right now where they have an outpost, a bunch of buildings. They used to have a church here. People were here over 100 years ago, gathering whales and turning them into oil for consumption and for lanterns.
Luckily, eventually, big oil dwindled the demand for whale blubber.
But even though you could see stuff like this behind me, these old ships, there's a ton of wildlife, different types of penguins, seals. So we're trying to soak it in for the hour that we're here, because this may be the last time we get to be on land with these amazing creatures.
Day 3 in South Georgia was our last. On this day, we went on a 2.5-mile hike to a waterfall. This was by far the best day of the trip and a perfect send-off. This place was loaded with wildlife. We saw fur seals, king penguins, some big fat elephant seals that looked like me after eating a whole Pizza Hut pizza. While we were here, it started to snow.
It is our final day on land here in South Georgia, and man, an amazing day. It's snowing, it's very magical. Next, we make a 3-day voyage all the way back to Puerto Williams. Fun.
The journey from South Georgia to Puerto Williams requires a long 3 days at sea. So since we had no place to go, we made reservations for the ship's only Italian restaurant.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final restaurant on this boat that we have not gone to yet until now. In the morning, it's a breakfast buffet. At noon, it's a lunch buffet. And right now, La Terrazza is an Italian restaurant. Let's go check it out. Oh, hello, chef.
Hello, sir.
The chefs on the ship have the tallest hats ever. That's how you know it's legit. Perfect. Thank you very much. Hello, sir.
Welcome to the terraza.
Oh, very nice. We've been here 2 seconds. They're
This
bringing
is
food already.
the antipasti plate, some bread.
I don't know a ton about Italian food, and I can't wait to go to Italy to learn more, but what I do know is that this looks freaking awesome. We've got assorted cured meats, cheeses, bruschetta. He called this an octopus salad, and of course this, tuna tomato. I'm gonna try that out first. It tastes like tuna from a can mixed with olive oil and something a little bit sour like pickle juice. It's delightful, it's interesting, it's different. The second thing is this, an octopus salad. Very Mediterranean and very bouncy. It's like a bunch of little cubed, minced up octopus parts. Very delicious. So I'm gonna nosh on this, and then I have 2 courses coming, a pasta and a main protein. Let's wait for that to come next. Oh, good zoom in at the end. All right, folks, we have our first course right here. This is called spaghetti olio, homemade spaghetti pasta, extra virgin olive oil, garlic and crushed chili peppers. So actually, it's kind of a dry pasta. Let's try it out. First of all, I've been in Asia too long. I'm used to slurping my noodles, and when I don't slurp them, it feels strangely quiet. They taste almost buttery. They're just like super delicious, al dente noodles, steaming hot, tons of garlic flavor coming off there. Like my wife is gonna be trying to stay away from me the rest of the night. And then just a hint of kick with those chilies. A delicious first course. All right, folks, I have my final course right here. This is the swordfish, got a lime on there, potatoes underneath as topped with some olives, a little kind of Italian salsa, capers, tomatoes. It looks delicious. Swordfish is not a fish I'm super familiar with, but let's try it out. Cheers. I'm very impressed. It tastes meaty at first on the outside, and then it's very juicy on the inside. Tastes like it's just been slathered in olive oil. There's this fresh salsa on top. It's very nice. And for once, this fish steak is not a mistake. Cheers. That is our final meal, and it's time to wrap things up. Also, everything my wife ordered looks way better than mine. Boom, and that is the end of our Antarctic cruise journey. Right now, you can see we are coming back to land. It's right there. That is South America. And in just a few hours, we'll be pulling into Puerto Williams and then reversing the trip, going back to Santiago, and then eventually somewhere else. Tonight, we'll sleep in the port, and then tomorrow, we get out the boat very early, and actually, a whole new set of guests comes onto the boat, and they do another voyage. It is amazing how hardworking the people are on this ship. Some of them are working on the same ship day after day for 5 to 9 months at a time, depending on their contract. It is wild, and man, after tossing and turning and being thrown around my bed a few of these nights, traversing the rough ocean waves on this boat, I have a lot of respect for the people who work in this industry and on this ship in particular. This was an amazing experience. There are a lot of different ways to experience Antarctica. This is what I chose. This is what suited my taste. I wanted to have an experience that would be equally amazing on the boat as well as off the boat. But if you want to see Antarctica, I think it's a bucket list item. Find some way to squeeze it into your life plan. Or you can just work on a ship. Also an option. Get paid to explore the world. Otherwise, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. It's crazy. Like, if I jump, look down there. If I jump off, dead. 100% dead.
If you love Indian food, then you're gonna love our new channel, Best Ever Food India. Subscribe now for weekly videos showcasing the most unique street food from around the country.